Alright, welcome back to another episode here in our WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. I'm of course Dominic from the Bad Wrestling Channel. We enter episode 107 of our ongoing series with Monday Night Raw's United States Champion Dolph Ziggler set to open up the show facing off against the leader of Sanity, Eric Young. However, even though we have that match to open up our show, I want to turn our attention to the main event. Now, as you see by the match graphic right now, it's going to be Alexa Bliss versus Dakota Kai versus both Ember Moon and Asuka. Late last week, King Booker announced to the press that since Asuka and Ember Moon had a draw in their epic encounter, or could have been an epic encounter, since they had a draw double count out, King Booker decided, you know what? Let's throw them both in. They have both proved themselves as dominant competitors. Asuka, for most of her career up until only a few months ago, undefeated. Ember Moon, also a very dominant competitor. Very entertaining indeed. I highly recommend you stick around for that. That is sure to be an interesting #1 contenders fatal 4-way match. Speaking of hoping that you stick around, we'll also see the rematch from a few weeks ago. Tommaso Ciampa, our WWE champion, set to take on Rey Mysterio following this match. However, right now, we're going to get Eric Young, there you see, in the foreground in front of his henchman, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf. Alexander Wolf and Eric Young, of course, previously having a long-standing rivalry last year. Since then, Alexander Wolf returned under the guidance, once again, of Eric Young. However, this team hasn't had too much success this series. Of course, Eric Young, the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. He won the United States title following that. However, he's lost it since. That was quite early on in this year's series. But maybe after this matchup, he could get a potential second shot at the title. As the bell has rung, it's Dolph Ziggler. It's Eric Young. As now, Young goes for the punches, the strikes by Young. Over and over and over again. The brawl-like style of Eric Young being shown here against the show-off of Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has a tough challenge ahead of him this Sunday at Fastlane, when he goes one-on-one against the man who beat Rey Mysterio last week in a #1 contenders United States for the #1 contenders match, for the United States title, Seth Rollins. However, Dolph Ziggler, he can't focus on that match now. He has to focus on this. Takes him down there into a neck breaker. Dolph Ziggler facing off against the leader of Sanity has got a lot to prove for himself. Eric Young. Dolph Ziggler, he has proven himself time and time again, he feels, and I feel like beating Eric Young, the leader of Sanity, as well as perhaps maybe even defeating Seth Rollins this Sunday, he's going to be able to prove himself even more as a potential contender for the WWE title. However, Sanity's signature Death Valley driver, however, driving Dolph Ziggler into the ground might just help stop a win for Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler has barely gotten any offense in thus far this matchup. Okay, Eric Young has been beating the hell out of him here with the strong punches. However, could this be Dolph Ziggler's chance to get back into this, or get into this, I should say? As now Ziggler, the show-off, the head, look at this! With the headstand there. Showing off a little bit by Dolph Ziggler, as he is tend to do. Now a big right hand of his own to Eric Young. And Young now gets a punch to the face. And Ziggler looking at him here. The famous are connecting. Ziggler hits the famous, and it looks like this might be a quick matchup. Goes here tonight for the super kick. The super kick that broke Matt Hardy. However, Eric Young, getting one of his lackeys, Alexander Wolf, to distract the referee. However, Dolph Ziggler still goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, and due to the distraction, perhaps that is what saved Eric Young from a loss at this point in the match. As Eric Young trying to get into this, kicks him in the stomach, punches him in the back. as Dolph Ziggler gets dragged to the middle of the ring. What does he have in mind? Here goes after the leg. And now once again, the right hands by Eric Young over and over again to the knee. Dolph Ziggler not looking too good right now and needs to be thinking some way to get back into this. A way for him to win without the distraction of Young's lackeys, Wolf and Dane, former tag team champions, as Ziggler with a drop kick there. Sandy has shown some success, some prominence. However, they've seemed to have fallen from the wayside. Oh, with a big elbow drop over the past few weeks, or over the past few months, to say. Ever since Young lost his United States title, it hasn't been featured too prominently, and I think a win over Dolph Ziggler could get him perhaps some sort of victory here, as now a cover, victory roll, I should say. 1, 2, no, and a kick out there. Perhaps a win could help the Sandy in the rankings of the Raw Superstars. Now turns it around, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Dolph Ziggler with a roll-up victory over Eric Young. Okay, Eric Young pretty much had this match scouted throughout the entire course of it. Okay, beating the hell out of him. As there you see there, the signature driver driving him into the ground. However, I don't think Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane were expecting that roll-up reversal. And I don't think Eric Young was either. As Ziggler, there you see, punching Alexander Wolf, furious by that distraction. But it was that distraction that gave Eric Young a way out of the super kick, giving him some time to rest in the middle of the ring. However, there you see the first victory roll, the first roll-up pin by Eric Young on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler got out of it, but it took the second one for him to roll backwards into another victory for Dolph Ziggler. And there you see the United States Champion leaving here tonight, the winner of this opening match, as we move on to Tommaso Ciampa versus Rey Mysterio. And here we go, everybody. Second matchup of the evening. Later on tonight, like I've mentioned before, main event, #1 contenders, fatal 4-way for the Raw Women, or #1 contenders match for the Raw Women's title, in a fatal 4-way between Dakota Kai, Ember Moon, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka, as the Raw Women's Champion's going to be watching that. We move on to a match featuring that man, the WWE Champion, Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa makes his way down to the ring last week, attacking Johnny Gargano before Gargano could even get a match in against Drew McIntyre. Okay, on this way down to the ring, Tommaso Ciampa clobbered him with that title belt. Johnny Gargano, he had no idea where he was. Drew McIntyre took advantage, and quite frankly, I don't blame him. And then thus, Johnny Gargano lost that match against McIntyre. Then following it, Ciampa wasn't done. The Weasel struck. However, will the Weasel be able to, well, weasel his way out of this matchup against Rey Mysterio? Will he be able to earn a win from the former World Heavyweight Champion? Only time will tell, as Mysterio makes his way down to the ring, returning early this year. He had an intense feud with Kevin Owens. He's fought a few times for the U.S. title. However, he doesn't seem to have grasped any sort of brass ring in his return to WWE. Perhaps a win over that man, the WWE Champion, Tommaso Ciampa, will give him a hold of the brass ring and perhaps a hold of the gold title belt. However, Tommaso Ciampa with the strikes to Rey Mysterio, the punches. Misses there, however, Rey Mysterio takes advantage, the strikes, and now back again, an elbow to the knee, drops down Tommaso Ciampa. Here on Monday Night Raw, Rey Mysterio wants to prove why he deserves to be here, throws him, oh! His back rubbing up against those ropes. Oh, that's not pretty at all, not pretty at all. It's like a rope burn to your back. Ugh. As Tommaso Ciampa still fighting through it, however, the punch to the back by Ciampa. And Ciampa throws Rey Mysterio off the ropes, ducks underneath, and grabs a German suplex. Oh my god, a brutal German suplex by Ciampa. The crowd definitely not in support of Tommaso Ciampa, as Rey Gets pulled into the middle of the ring. There you see the punches, the furious strikes by Ciampa, the WWE Champion. As now, drops him down. Mysterio picks him up. Bounces him off the ropes, grabs him here, and oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Rey Mysterio. Even though he's not necessarily in the prime of his life, he can still fly as though he is in it. But Tommaso Ciampa knows exactly how to counter those high-flying moves, those offensive maneuvers, as Tommaso Ciampa, as you can see, slowing down Rey Mysterio. Not a bad strategy at all. Ciampa looking down at Rey. Goes for a punch, reversed. Gets an elbow. Catches him here. Hurricane Rana by Rey Mysterio. Mysterio now, a legend of the business, a legendary luchador high flyer. Tommaso Ciampa wants to prove why he deserves to have a legendary status of his own, as now knee to the face. Oh God, and again the knee, the braced up, buckled up knee. As now, speaking of knees, the DIY knee connects. Oh no, it doesn't. Rey Mysterio at the last possible second moves up, grabs him here. And oh, Ciampa, that's not where you want to be in a match against Rey Mysterio. 619. And Ciampa. Oh, look at this frog splash miss, however. Face first. Oh, God, that did not look like a good landing for Rey Mysterio. As Ciampa grabs him here. And, oh, my God. Connects the cover. 1, 2. And Rey Mysterio somehow kicks out. Rey Mysterio's legendary resilience being shown here tonight. Okay, the heart and determination to get a win over Tommaso Ciampa. As now, speaking of heart and determination, perhaps stealing from the best of them, Rey Mysterio, oh, with a little bit of a tribute to Eddie Guerrero, rest his soul. As there you see Rey Mysterio pointing up to the sky, calling out towards Eddie Guerrero, perhaps looking for a shot at the WWE Championship. But Tommaso Ciampa gets up too quickly. Rey Mysterio, however, stops him. Grabs him here. Oh God. What a gruesome landing there by Rey Mysterio. Tommaso Ciampa down on the ground, and so is Rey. Oh, that didn't look like it connected 100%, but Rey Mysterio is still trying to fight through that. Oh God, you see the way his leg bent. My God. I did not. I do not envy him here tonight. As Ciampa looks down at Rey Mysterio, taking advantage of that disastrous fall. As Mysterio throws him into the opposite corner. No, catches him off guard. Pulls him back into a kick. As now Ciampa, kicks him off. It looked like Rey Mysterio had something in mind. Oh, but kicks him. Oh, God, as hard as he can in the face. And Rey going outside the ring. And there you see Tommaso Ciampa screaming at him to get back in. It looks like Rey Mysterio follows orders. However, Ciampa, that's exactly what he wanted you to do. Kicks him in the stomach. Grabbing him here once again. Oh, my God. Again, the powerbomb to the knees and the cover. It's got to be over. Tommaso Ciampa. 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio put up a hell of a fight. However, Tommaso Ciampa defeats Rey Mysterio here tonight. The crowd, you can hear booing the result very loudly, actually. Okay, huge fans of Rey Mysterio. As Tommaso Ciampa over and over again hitting that finishing maneuver. The powerbomb to the knees. Okay, and with that braced up knee, that move's got to be 10 times worse than it was last year when he was a part of DIY. As Rey Mysterio, you can see in the replays just his back wrenching. However, Tommaso Ciampa, your WWE Champion, proving why he is the WWE Champion. And the crowd watching on. And wait, it appears something's happening on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, something's happening on the Titantron. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Johnny Gargano. What the hell does he want to say? Hey there, Tommaso Ciampa. Now, I know that you must be exhausted after your match, but I wanted to give you some good news. Well, good news for me anyways. Earlier today, I was talking with our absolutely amazing general manager. In that little discussion, we both agreed on a few things. You see, he knows that all I want is to get my hands on you in that WWE title again. He knows that if I had it my way, I'd be down there right now, ripping the flesh from your bones and making you feel the same betrayal I felt back at WrestleMania. So, he has allowed me a chance to get that opportunity at Fastlane, where you and I will fight for that WWE title. Not only that, but we will have to fight until one of us can't stand anymore. That's right, it's going to be Johnny Gargano versus the biggest piece of shit in WWE, Tommaso Ciampa, in a last man standing match. However, King Booker told me that this feud between us has gotten a little too hectic. So, until that match, we're not allowed to lay our hands on one another. But that doesn't mean that someone else can't beat you down for me. Oh no, wait, look at this! Shinsuke Nakamura beating the hell out of Tommaso Ciampa. It looks like Johnny Gargano has got the perfect candidate to get some revenge. Nakamura with the steel chair over and over again to our champion. Tommaso Ciampa after such a hectic match with Rey Mysterio. There you see Nakamura looking at him, waiting for him to get up, getting his revenge here tonight. He's got the steel chair, as now Nakamura, grabs him, turns him around, slams him down there, and there you see Nakamura here tonight looking down at Tommaso Ciampa. And Nakamura, we haven't seen him for a few weeks since his loss to Tommaso Ciampa. Kinshasa connects. Well, to Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano in that triple threat match. It looks like he's not done. Looks like a second Kinshasa is about to connect here, and it does. Nakamura proving a point once again that WWE title, I believe he wants it back. Well, Johnny Gargano getting the help of Shinsuke Nakamura to attack Tommaso Ciampa for him. They're not allowed to lay hands on one another, so, I mean, if you're going to get any guy to beat the hell out of your rival for you, why not get the King of Strong Style, one of the hardest hitting men in the world, in my opinion, probably in the wrestling world. That's right, Shinsuke Nakamura. However, we move on into our main event of the evening. I've been hyping it this entire episode. I'm certainly excited to see this one go down. Asuka, Dakota Kai, Ember Moon, and Alexa Bliss. A #1 contenders match for the Raw Women's title. Huge fatal 4-way. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm certainly excited to see it. As Asuka, the first woman in the ring. Following her is Ember Moon. One of these two women could leave here tonight your victor, and they're not even meant to be in the match. I think? I don't know. King Booker, I get the logic behind them. Sure, let's get a draw. I mean, sure, we saw a draw between these two. They both won, but at the same time, they both technically did lose to a double countout. However, I don't think either of these two women are complaining, and I certainly wouldn't. Although, maybe you should, considering your opponents, if you won this match, would be Nia Jax. And both these women have a lot of history with Nia Jax. She is a freak of nature. She is an immovable object, and the only person that can move her away from that title was Asuka. But only for a little bit, barely. However, perhaps this next woman could win that match, and quite frankly, or win this match, let's say, and quite frankly, if she did, I don't think I'd complain too much. Dakota Kai making her way to the ring. She is Raw's newest signee. She has had some history with Nia Jax and Asuka. Okay, her first match in the company was against Asuka. And of course, she's had some history with Mickie James, a good friend of the fourth competitor in this match, Alexa Bliss. And if Dakota Kai won this and got a shot at the title, especially if she won that title match, that could do amazing things for her career. However, just making it to this match, I feel like her career already has peaked a little bit more since being called up to NXT. A very quick call-up from NXT. She was only in NXT, I think, like one match, as far as I can remember. However, while Dakota Kai wants to prove herself, Alexa Bliss just wants the freaking title for herself, obviously. Let's just be honest. Alexa Bliss, she's already gotten a shot at the title, and so has Ember Moon, and Asuka, she's gotten multiple shots, including at WrestleMania. Come to think of it, Alexa Bliss was in a very similar situation back at last year's, I believe, Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It was Alexa Bliss facing off against very similar women, you know, women like Ember Moon and Asuka, in a fatal four-way. And Alexa Bliss shocked the world, winning that matchup. So maybe Alexa Bliss could shock the world again and get another shot at the WWE Raw Women's Championship. However, right now, Ember Moon proving to her why maybe she doesn't want that shot. Maybe she doesn't deserve that shot. As now Asuka and Dakota Kai fighting. Oh, kicks her in the face. A wheel kick by Asuka. As Alexa Bliss has Ember Moon stuck in the corner, slaps her in the chest. As now Asuka working over the arm here of Dakota Kai. As now Bliss just rubs her boots into the throat of Ember Moon, as it seems like Ember Moon has turned her attention to Dakota Kai. A punch to the face by Asuka, as now Bliss and Asuka go outside the ring. Dakota Kai, however, first cover of the match here. No, only a one count. Not even a one count. Fatal four-way rules, no disqualification, no countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall submission inside that ring. As now kicks her in the stomach, and there you see Dakota Kai. Oh, with the kicks, as now, speaking of submissions inside the ring, perhaps Asuka trying to tap out Ember Moon. But Ember Moon gets out of it, as now Dakota Kai goes for a roll-up, but a rope break nonetheless happens. As now Asuka, punches her in the face as hard as she can. Goes for a kick. Dakota Kai slightly moves out of the way. As now a big boot to the chin of Asuka. As now it seems Ember Moon goes after Alexa Bliss. And now it seems perhaps Dakota Kai and Alexa Bliss almost teaming up there. Dakota Kai grabbing her here, rushing Alexa Bliss just punches her in the forehead as she falls to the ground. Ember Moon trying to fight out of this. Hey, I understand the logic. Ember Moon's a very dangerous competitor. If you're going to double team against anyone, Ember Moon is not a bad pick to team up against. As now, we're going to ignore the implication of that sentence, and you pervs, as Asuka gets a Hurricanrana by Alexa Bliss. Dakota Kai picking up Asuka now, kicks her, reversed, kicks her in the stomach. And then, what the hell? Catching Dakota Kai off guard, drop kick. As Bliss, right to the arm of Bliss there by Asuka. Dakota Kai is now on the outside. Ember Moon seems to have entered back into the ring, and Alexa Bliss immediately grabbing her. It seems as though Asuka and Alexa Bliss beating the hell out of Ember Moon. Both women just nailing her there in the corner. As Dakota Kai re-enters the ring, a slap to the face by Alexa Bliss, and then a punch with the right hand there. Goes for a kick, reversed. However, a slap to the face, and now the elbows and the strikes. Reversed there, kicks her in the stomach, reversed. Back and forth between Ember Moon and Dakota Kai. As Asuka, I wasn't even paying attention. The Asuka lock on Alexa Bliss. The Asuka lock on Alexa Bliss, and Ember Moon breaks it up. Perhaps Asuka looking to tap out Alexa Bliss. There you see Ember Moon and Asuka battling there with a suplex before Asuka rolls outside the ring, knowing full well how dangerous Ember Moon is. The cover 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. There's now a punch to the face by Moon. Kicks her in the stomach, Dakota Kai does. Kicks her again, no, reverses. Into a... It looked like an enziguri to the arm. There's now a kick there. Dakota Kai picking up Alexa Bliss. Perhaps looking to... Not entirely sure what she has in mind. Looking at it here, kicks her in the leg. However, Alexa Bliss puts her in the corner. Asuka re-enters the ring. And now Alexa Bliss, what does she have in mind? But a punch to the back of the head. Dakota Kai resting on the top turnbuckle. As Asuka and Bliss fighting now. And Asuka, there you see the strikes. The kicks there to the chest and then into the side of the head. As now Asuka grabs Dakota Kai here. What does she have in mind? Looks to be going for a superplex style maneuver. What could this mean? I'm not too sure. Oh, goes slams there into the middle of the ring. As Bliss and Moon battling, Dakota Kai rolls back outside the ring. And now, oh look at this, slams her down, connects. As Ember Moon, oh, goes for an overhand punch. Asuka reverses. Asuka over and over again. Asuka kicks, connects. The Empress combination. Will the Empress of Tomorrow win today? As now Dakota Kai gets up and breaks up the count before it even hits one. Dakota Kai knows how dangerous that kick is. She doesn't want to see a loss here for herself. As now, look at that. Oh, connects there. Whoa. A flamingo-style kick. As now, grabbing Alexa Bliss. Perhaps this is her moment. Chiropractor connecting. The cover. No, and just Alexa Bliss somehow getting the rope break. And Ember Moon, oh my god, clobbering her. Just absolutely clobbering Dakota Kai here. As Ember picks up, oh my god, just throws her onto Alexa Bliss. And Ember Moon, not wasting any time, knows Asuka's on the outside, her most dangerous threat. Or perhaps that threat could be the double teaming of Alexa Bliss. Definitely seems to be having something out for her here tonight. Double teaming with Asuka and Dakota Kai over against her. As now look at this, goes for an arm bar. However, Alexa Bliss saves the matchup. Huracan Rana slams down Asuka there. As now Dakota Kai and Alexa Bliss alone in the ring. As now, oh, adding insult to injury, connecting. The knees, the cover, and a breakup once again. As now, oh, look at that, right to the eye there. A finger digging into the eye of Asuka. As now Ember Moon down on the ground. Dakota Kai gets a Huracan Rana. Oh, no, she doesn't. Oh, reverses it with a backwards style powerbomb. As now Asuka and Dakota Kai fighting. Oh, and a backhand there. As now, here we go. Asuka and Ember Moon. The two women that, quite frankly, some could say shouldn't even be in this match. As now the flipping clothesline connects. Kicks Dakota Kai in the face. As now Kai trying to get a win here. Goes for her here. Kicks her down. Or kicks her off, I should say. As now, oh, drop kicks there. To Ember Moon, a drop kick, a single leg drop kick. To the chin. Goes Ember Moon into the corner. Dakota Kai looking at her here. Sizing her up. Big boot there. Oh, misses. Ember Moon moves out of the way. And Moon, oh, elbows her into the corner. As Moon, oh, misses that, however. As Asuka and Alexa Bliss are fighting. In the foreground, Dakota Kai and Ember Moon are reversing each other's signature maneuvers in the background. As now, just underneath, super kick there. Oh, look at that, double kicks by Kai and Asuka. As now Asuka looking to tap out Dakota Kai here with the arm bar. Alexa Bliss in the middle of the ring. Okay, too groggy to know what to do in the situation. However, the punches to the face of Asuka. As now, oh, goes looking for some sort of cutter maneuver. As now, Asuka goes for the kicks. And then the Empress combination connects. Pulling Dakota Kai into the center of the ring. As now, breaks up the count, however, forgetting Alexa Bliss was there in the ring beside them. As Moon goes after Dakota Kai, it seems. As Bliss and Asuka battling. Goes for, what the hell is this? Chokeslam style maneuver. Oh, takes her down. Has Ember Moon trying to tap out Dakota Kai here. Will she be able to do it? And it doesn't seem to be. No, she doesn't. As now Bliss. Oh, once again, Huracan Rana connects. Alexa Bliss just busted out Huracan Rana's left, right, and center. As Ember Moon, looking at Bliss here, runs up into the spinning clothesline. And the cover. 1, 2, no one else is around to save this matchup as Ember Moon steals the win. We don't get to see an eclipse, but we get to see perhaps an eclipse over the I don't know. I was about to compare the reign of Nia Jax to the sun, which in sheer power, yeah, I guess you could say. However, Ember Moon gets another shot against Nia Jax at Fastlane, apparently. Okay, all these women hitting their best shots. But out of nowhere, it feels like, Ember Moon steals the victory in this fatal 4-way matchup. Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Dakota Kai losing against that woman Ember Moon. And Ember Moon, quite frankly, I don't even know if she's meant to be in this match. Again, the draw between Asuka and Ember Moon. However, in the end, even though she got put into this matchup, maybe she shouldn't have, maybe Asuka shouldn't have, I don't know. It's not my opinion. However, either way, great fatal 4-way matchup to kick off, or to end, I should say, this show here, to kick off the go-home week of Fastlane, to end this episode of Monday Night Raw. Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Raw Women's title, the Fastlane pay-per-view. And I'm excited to see that rematch. However, for tonight, that's going to be the end of this episode here on our WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. If you guys like it, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to. Comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I'm, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Bye-bye.